Who's been thinking about you? Like, it feels like this has been happening in the background for a while. This isn't some made up feeling. You didn't just randomly think of this person. This feels like someone's attention has been sort of sticking with you in small, quiet ways. And you've been sort of catching yourself thinking about them, but you can't like put your finger on it. You're like, am I being weird? It's not in a paranoid way. It's kind of in a familiar way. Think of that subconscious feeling where you feel like they're thinking about you and look at the piles. Choose which one you're drawn to, okay? So this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Let's get into the readings. Like, you can feel when someone's thinking about you. And what's interesting is it doesn't feel like a brand new crush or a brand new person in your life. It feels like someone that's returning to your life. Like someone that's kind of doing oh, I forgot about this person. Even if they've never done it yet in person, they're mentally thinking about you. There's this feeling of unfinished business. Like you guys left off sort of having the hots for each other, but you never really gave yourself a chance. And so your mind keeps rewriting the story in your head over and over because you guys never got that story together. So this person's clearly thinking about you. Pile 1. Who's thinking about you? Who's got pile 1 on the brain? Feels very masculine. All right. Ooh, 3 of Cups starting off hot. So this is like a soft energy. Very persistent person though. It feels like someone thinks about you in the late nights, and during the day, the time of day. And they think about you during the day when things are quiet, like not really when they're distracted or trying to escape something, but it's more like when they're alone and their mind's just drifting, like they're waiting for the microwave to warm up food, or they're driving in the car, or they're in the shower, like something like that, or right before they fall asleep and then they end up having dreams about you. This feels like someone who pays attention to detail. And they remember how you say something, some funny way you pronounce things, how you like your coffee, how you speak about things, like your tone, the expressions you use. The magician, they know the way you react to something small, and that keeps looping in their head. Like they're impressed, like, wow, she kept it together. This feels real. This person could ground me. The hangman there. This person's gentle though. So Queen of Cups. So they're not thinking about you like obsessively. They're thinking about you like, wow, I could really settle down with this person. Like it's not just that they have the hots for you. They obviously do. But it's not just that. This person's holding space for you in their mind. Like you're always on the back of their mind. Queen of Pentacles. But there's a little bit of like, I don't know. Like they don't want to ruin like a friendship or the connection you already have by rushing things. This Wheel of Fortune, they don't know if they want to restart everything. Like you feel safe to this person in a way that they were not expecting. Like you make them feel calmer in their own body, make them feel more talkative. 8 of Pentacles, and that's why they can't stop thinking about you, because you represent all those different options. You represent the grounded version of themselves. But look, Ace of Swords, but something's unfinished. It feels like you didn't say something you want to say, or they didn't say something they wanted to say. The High Priestess, somebody held back. And now they're replaying that. They're like, oh, I should have said that. And they're like, did she notice that though? So I'm getting this feeling that they're aware that there needs to be particular timing with you for some reason. Not in like right person, wrong time sort of way, but it's more like they're super cautious about like maintaining momentum with you. Like they don't want to be too pushy, scare you off, and then regret it. So then you just stay on their mind all the time. And that private thinking just becomes a habit. So I just want to stay with that for a sec to see what they're saying to themselves. They're longing for your kiss. Sometimes you only think about someone when you want something from them. And this connection doesn't feel like that. Feels like they think about you because you left an emotional imprint on them. Like you made their day feel different. You make their day feel different. So as I pull out these clarifiers, I'm noticing there's a bit of a contradiction. So it says, I want out. I cannot come to you now. So like they think about you, but they can't reach out because they don't want to give up this, like, they don't want to give off this impression that they're super head over heels for you. And this gives off the impression that they don't actually like you. Like you're like, well, they don't even talk to me or they don't text me. But this is just the way that they do things. It's like too hot, like playing too hard to get. You know what I mean? This person's never really been loved that great without drama coming with it. Like they're used to things being chaotic, mixed signals. They're used to sort of being taken advantage of. And I think you offered something more real to them. And that offer is making them sit with themselves, but they are lonely. See that? So there is some fear about how they'll be perceived. Like, and I said that because they're worried that if they come out too vulnerable to you, they're scared that you're going to be like, yeah, this guy I can take advantage of. And of course, that's not the way you're thinking, but that's what they think. So this person's not ready to be fully seen vulnerable like that. So they keep just thinking about you on the brain. They keep remembering, I want this person, but I'm too scared. So this person keeps replaying the parts where they felt close to you, those moments where they had no risk of being rejected, even though they were super interested in you. It feels like they're up in the air and they don't know what move to make. And it also feels like their attention is sort of still stuck on you, though. And this person's emotional space is, well, I don't know. It feels slow. Like this person has to like take care of something within themselves before they can come clean and be like, I like you, or I want to do something with you, you know? They're scared that this relationship, moving this further, is going to change their life completely. Because this feels sincere. Like this feels like it could go deep. And obviously that will change your life, but you need to both be ready. So for now, it feels like you're being sort of held in like a little spot in their mind where like you're a backup option because they're too scared to reach out. And it doesn't feel like this is, said and done, put in stone, but this person's unable to make the first move, it seems like. Pile 1, follow us into pile 2 to see if you can get some more answers. Bye. Like you can feel when someone's thinking about you. And what's interesting is it doesn't feel like a brand new crush or a brand new person in your life. It feels like someone that's returning to your life. Like someone that's kind of doing I forgot about this person. Even if they've never done it yet in person, they're mentally thinking about you. There's this feeling of unfinished business. Like you guys left off sort of having the hots for each other, but you never really gave yourself a chance. And so your mind keeps rewriting the story in your head over and over because you guys never got that story together. So this person's clearly thinking about you. Pile 2. Who's thinking about you right now? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to take that because it came out. It's the Fool. So who's thinking about pile 2 right now? I feel like they're a fool for you. All right. Let's see here. So this feels intense already. Like as I'm shuffling. Justice. Could be a Libra. This person thinks about you and then they're like, no, I have to stop thinking about them. I have to stop thinking. But that them trying to stop thinking about you is actually keeping them going. Like, like they're like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I cannot keep obsessing about pile 2, but then they just keep doing it anyways. 8 of Swords. This person's thoughts about you don't feel like on purpose. They feel like intrusive thoughts, and not to be scary or like in a creepy way, but it's a way that interrupts their day. Like they're going to be doing something normal, like they're at work sorting parts or something, and then their mood completely shifts because they think about something of you. Like there is attraction 100%, but it's not just like physical. There's a psychological, like a mental attraction. Like you tingle their brain and they can't really pin it down. And when people can't pin that down, they sort of obsess over it, right? Because you're like, oh, well, why do I keep thinking about them? Like there was a specific interaction between you two, a look, a message, something you said that really just landed with them a bit deeper than you thought did. Like you didn't even realize it was that significant. But this person keeps returning to it. Like they're like, what does it mean? What does that mean? Look, the 6 of Cups. What did she mean by that she liked my hair? Like something like that. Like this person really cares about what you think about them. But there's also this weird like power dynamic. Like this could be someone that you work for or work with. And actually, this is the deck I use for all my career readings because it's got coins for the pentacles. So this person has some control over something that reflects you directly. And if you knew how much time you took up in their mind, they would feel very, very exposed. This person's very aware about how they appear to others. And they're trying to just keep things chill on the outside. Like I'm getting like coach, boss, owner, something significant. They could be a Gemini or a Libra. I don't know if you heard me say that earlier. There's a bit of a contradiction though. Because look at this 5 of Cups. This 5 of Cups is them trying to keep things casual and like avoid what they're really thinking and acting like, oh no, like it's not that big of a deal. Like it's not that deep. But internally, like their mind internally, it is that deep. And part of them wants to move forward with this and end where they're at. They might like be currently in a relationship because part of them wants to disappear a bit because you see the Death card there. 7 of Wands. They don't really trust themselves with you, pile 2. It's not because you're dangerous or anything like that, but it's because like they actually really like you, pile 2. I keep feeling like I wasn't supposed to care this much. See, look, I'm scared of rejection. Like it's almost like you weren't supposed to matter this much. Like they weren't supposed to catch feelings. I cannot come to you now. Like they thought they were over love and they thought I'm way too busy. Like this company would never allow, this team would never allow. I'm not going to get attached. And then you showed up and they're like, oh no, I really like them. If I could go back in time, I'd handle us differently. This is them adjusting to the circumstances. Like this Scared. They're scared of rejection. That is from their confidence. And will you leave me like the others? Like, this person's very sensitive. And thinking about you instead of doing something about it is safer to them, because they can't lose anything if you don't know they're thinking about you, except I'm telling you they're thinking about you. So now you know. This person's scared you won't match their energy. That's what it feels like. And they're scared of drama. And don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. This person keeps checking in on you. They're like, what are they doing? What is pile 2 doing? How many people do they got going? Who are they talking to? Even if they don't admit that, that's what they're doing. So where this is heading doesn't feel like an immediate relationship, like they're not going to admit that they like you this soon. There's going to be that intense, like, increased sexual tension. There's going to be them like doing like little tests, like testing the waters, late night text, just to see if you'd actually respond, saying things to see what you say back to them. Because this person doesn't want to be the vulnerable one first. But they're already getting a little lost in their thoughts. Like I said at the beginning, they're not intentionally trying to think about you. You just boop, and you're in their head. So there is like tension there. And it's not just sexual tension. It's like they like your brain. There is a connection here, pile 2, 100%. That's all the messages I have for you right now. Follow me into pile 3 to see if you have any messages there. Bye. Like, you can feel when someone's thinking about you. And what's interesting is it doesn't feel like a brand new crush or a brand new person in your life. It feels like someone that's returning to your life. Like someone that's kind of doing oh, I forgot about this person. Even if they've never done it yet in person, they're mentally thinking about you. There's this feeling of unfinished business. Like you guys left off sort of having the hots for each other, but you never really gave yourself a chance. And so your mind keeps rewriting the story in your head over and over because you guys never got that story together. So this person's clearly thinking about you. Pile 3, welcome. Who's thinking about you right now? Who's got pile 3 on the brain? Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides, for allowing the clearest message possible to come through for pile 3. All right. Ooh. Someone thinks about you with a mixture of being warm, but also regretful. They could be an Aries sign. It's not a regret like, oh, I hurt pile 3. It's more like regretful that they didn't be more outward when they met you, or like act when they had the chance. Like when you guys went on a date. I think you guys have been on a date. This person thinks about you in like a learning way. Like, oh no, I should have done that. I will not make that mistake again. Because you represent a version of their life that they could have had better. Like they know if they would have pursued things with you, things would have been different for them, better. But when they think about you, it get a bit uncomfortable because they think about themselves. Like, oh, I used to be someone that would avoid things. I used to never admit to myself. I used to just procrastinate. This is someone that notices that you're not around anymore, pal 3. Like even if you were never officially in their day-to-day life, they notice that there's no option to text you, to say hey, or to run into you. Like they notice that. Someone may have moved away in this connection. You're caught in their mind, pile 3, because this potential still feels real to them. You also have Capricorn energy here as well. This person thinks about you and like they think about you softly, like they want to love you. And they're sad. See that? 5 of Cups. someone that they don't want to bother or like disturb, but they also don't want to lose that option to reach out to you. I feel they believe you've moved on. This is Cancer energy here. And they miss that they think that they missed their shot. And they're holding you in their mind here, trying to build things still, but they're like building things in their own head. Like you're not doing the work with them because you don't even know they're interested. There's this specific vibe though of them like checking your social media and stuff. Gemini energy. This person's not stalking or obsessing with you, but they're just like wondering, what are they up to? Like, oh, I hope they're okay. I hope they're happy. And you have Libra at the bottom. And then immediately though, they're like, wait, okay, I wonder if she'd still talk to me. Like that's what they're thinking as they're like scrolling through your Insta. Wait, but do you think they would still talk to me? Oh, I think that TikTok they share is funny. Think I could message them? Like this person's in a phase of their life where they're like, oh my God, I screwed up. I didn't reach out to her in time. I let her walk away. I didn't give her that goodnight kiss. Like, oops. And this person doesn't genuinely have you like on a pedestal, but they really, really see your authenticity through, I don't know, any front you put on. But they'd say, please do what's best for your heart. When they're trying to be honest with themselves and they're like, what do I want? They think about you. And when they're not performing in a group, you know, I feel like this person is like the class clown or like the life of the party. And when they're like just chilling, they're like, wow, I really wish pal 3 was here. But I'm afraid that I've lost you. This person is between two decisions. Like, are they going to keep you as that little memory, or are they going to take that risk and be like, hey, let's start something? They're scared of that drama. They don't want drama. And their ego is in the way. I'm telling you, this person has a big ego because it hurts so much. So if you chose this pile, it feels like you're being thought of in a way that's deeper than just like, oh, I've got the hots for pile 3. It's like you're being remembered as something that was very meaningful to them. And it still feels unfinished. Like they haven't fully decided what they want to do with those feelings yet. But if they decide too long, you might move on. And who could blame you? Pile 3. Thanks so much for spending your energy with me. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.